All right, want to get to my Euro USD monthly prediction. So to start this off, I'm going to start off a little bit differently and something that not many people are aware of. You can get a US dollar versus the euro chart actually from your broker. It actually is tradable as well. So sometimes I look at the US euro to see what the euro dollar is doing. I learned how to trade the euro first. That's one of the pairs that I first learned how to trade on. Anywho, besides the point. You guys want to know what the heck I think about this thing? So on the dollar, so effectively this is the dollar, right, versus the euro. The dollar is losing some steam on the euro. This is a daily. Let's look at the weekly. Jeez Louise. Let's look at the monthly. So over the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So about 9 months, the whole 3/4 of this year, the euro has been gaining strength on the dollar. And then now we're kind of at this fractal level here that has provided some support for the dollar. But effectively, excuse me, the things that are going to negatively affect the dollar, in my opinion, are one, Janet Yellen leaving. This was her last Senate hearing today. If you don't know your fundamentals, kids, I suggest you brush up on those. And the fact that she's expressing concern over the fundamentals like banking. Another big one for the U.S. Happened a few months ago, which is actually why the dollar is selling off quite strongly too, was the Dodd-Frank Act was repealed. The Dodd-Frank Act was pretty much what keeps institutions and bankers in check in these markets. Now that Dodd-Frank has been repealed, not necessarily reformed, but repealed, we can see a mess of the U.S. economy. That coupled in with our new Fed chair, if he is appointed, we have no track record. We don't know if he's going to be a gunslinger or if the slow and steady approach that Yellen was taking, which was, in my opinion, was good for the U.S. economy, will help or hurt the U.S. economy. Let's go to Euro USD, the actual Euro USD. Cool. So we've had a positive month on the euro. Euro is hitting some resistance here. Again, I still continue to see upside. A theme of the market, a general consensus of the market is support becomes resistance, resistance becomes support. That is what we are seeing here on the market, on the euro. Remove. So now let's study this level. This was the last level of resistance that the dollar broke above, came back to retest. And it looks like it's holding. So now what do I expect out of the dollar? Again, it's trading. No one person knows what the market's going to do next, except for Nick, because that guy's a genius. But no one knows. Trading, all we have is our best guess. And I know that's kind of controversial, but that's true. No one knows what the market is going to do or how it's going to move next. So what do I see coming ahead in the euro? So check this out. I use support and resistance as a zone because if you study any kind of order flow, any kind of depth of market, you see that support is not a fixed line on a chart. It's more of a level where buyers and or sellers get absorbed. Hint one, market hits this level, and I'm not a candlestick guy. I don't give a crap about candlestick patterns because, again, they lag way too much. The sellers here got abruptly halted, and now they're feeling some pain if these swing traders are still holding positions. I think the euro is going to effectively come up into this area that we have between 1.20439 and 1.23224. Now, the problem with that is the euro effectively might range right between these two levels. It's the fourth quarter. We're coming in for some big change here. It's holiday season as far as Christmas goes, so we might see some positive. And again, it's all a ploy. We're going to see a positive push on the dollar. Oh, spending's up and blah blah blah, the stuff that doesn't matter. Well, of course, spending's up. It's Christmas, and people have to spend their hard-earned money in retail locations and online. So, of course, we're going to have some positive economic data in December. The big test is going to be the end of the year. I still see higher upside for euro, just based off it did not break this level. Now let's break this down. Week. So you can see here the euro hit this. We rejected sellers, right? Rejected the sellers out of this zone, and it's pushing up. This was effectively resistance, and let me demonstrate that. Right, effectively this was resistance. Now it looks like it was support. The market broke ahead, left a little bit of a liquidity void. The market's cleaning up its tracks essentially, and now we're seeing some absorption of sellers in this area here, which is quite the norm. Another quite the norm would be this level here. Right. What is this, you may ask? This is a level of, what was this before? Gosh, my brain. This was a support level, right? Dollar stopped here with the liquidity that's in this area here. Boom, boom, failed at this low here. And then we broke down. This level gets reclaimed, and the market's pushing up. I do think the euro is going to test the highs. That's a normal market behavior. I think the euro is going to come and test the high up here. It could fail right here. It could fail up here. I don't know, but I do still see potential upside. Now, why do I see this? If we work on the inner workings of price behavior, we can effectively see this. So working on the inside of price, we see pure intentions of taking the market higher. Just pure intention. No coincidence with that. Let's see if we can connect another inner working of price. Let's go to this low. Boom, we almost get a perfect touch here. Intention to bring the market higher. So what I see, again, I still see potential upside on the euro. Let's break this down a little bit longer. I know this is getting long-winded. I half-heartedly almost turned this into a freaking lesson, so pardon me. But you can see how, get rid of the stupid ad, and I am not upgrading you. I am not wasting money. You see how it rejected resistance, came back, broke it, resumed trend, rejected, came back to this level, resumed trend, and now it looks like we could possibly be resuming trend. Again, the euro needs to break this high, trade above this high. We have resistance right here. Break that, then get here. So it's important to get the little details of where your trade or your ideas are invalidated. This can be an area right here where I'm wrong, and I'm okay with that. Let's see if we can get a 4-hour working on the inside of price. I wish I could make these trend lines a little bit bigger. Swing low. Yeah. There we go. Perfect. So clearly when we're working on the inside of price, price closes above this the inside working level. breaks below it, but again, we have the base of a zone, so clear intentions of taking price higher. We also have another little trick. Forfeit zone. Now let's tighten it up. We also have another area here where this is where the buying and the selling pressure are going to meet. So I do anticipate the euro possibly breaking higher. If gold, the trick is if gold is rallying. If gold's rallying, I do anticipate the dollar having some weakness and the euro going higher. Again, when we work on the inside of price, you can see we have intentions of pulling the market higher here. We had intentions of pulling the market lower here, but again, that was met with more intention, human behavior essentially, more intention to bring the market higher. That is my take on euro. Again, I still see euro higher. Yeah, I think this and this was just to make room for higher prices. If I'm right, I'm right. If I'm wrong, I suck, right? Anywho, I hope this was educational, though it probably wasn't supposed to be educational. I kind of turned it that way. It's just how I roll. I just want to explain my thought process and my thinking behind this. So again, higher euro is my outlook. I can clearly see intentions of the market being pushed higher. You can see the intentions of higher prices here. So yeah, happy trading, guys. Any questions, just message me. You guys take care.